Okay. Good day, everybody. This is BA Rainy Dawn, and I'm back with the second video of the top 10 units from each game that is not yet in Fae. And for this time, we got new mystery. At least for Shadow Dragon, I did play the game before, but I just can't remember much. I've never played new mystery, so I brought back my guest from the previous video, Sir Epholo8.
Hey guys, I'm Epholo8, your favorite Wolf Row enthusiast. This is gonna be fun. I can't wait to talk about this game.
So yeah, the first unit that we have up is Bellow.
Bellow. Oh man, this young boy. So essentially Bellow is a mage, and I'm very surprised to find out that he ranks super highly, because nobody likes him in the community. I think he was just a meme. But I don't know, he comes with a fire tome, so red mage with perhaps S stats, because he's a young kid. I don't know.
Yeah, probably like, for Fae, he'd probably be like a D-mode. I could see him being given the Urk treatment pretty easily.
Oh, absolutely. I think I was about to draw that parallel too. I think he is pretty much exactly in Urk's position.
Yeah, which is sad. I love Urk. They did him so dirty in Fae. I'm so sad.
They did. They'll do the same to you, Bellow, but it'll be okay.
Yeah. Does New Mystery have, like, the 3DS New Mystery, does it have reclassing as well?
It does have reclassing. It's the same system as the previous game. So, I mean, I guess he could become a healer or something. That would be kind of interesting. I feel like it would suit him better as, like, essentially his character is, I am scared of everything, and that's it. So
it's
maybe
like...
healer class works for him.
Okay. Yeah, that's, interesting. So, kind of like with the, just like with Shadow Dragon, the alts could literally be anything because they could literally be anything. They could be classed into any class, so they could be anything as like a Christmas alt. Like, he could be given an axe and it would be possible in the game.
It would be hilarious, but...
FE12 Let's Play of all, like, total opposite classes? Like, let's make him like a Wyvern Rider or something?
That actually sounds fantastic. Bellow on a Wyvern, oh boy.
I should actually do that. That sounds like a fun Let's Play. I like that idea.
Definitely.
So next up we have Lahn.
Ah yes, Lahn, the infamous general who sasses Jagan in the original game, and who sasses Chris in the remake.
Oh wait, he kills Chris? I like this guy already.
Well, he doesn't kill him, he sasses him. He kind of just...
Oh, sasses. I heard assassinate. I'm like, he kills Chris?
Oh, no.
Yes!
That would be amazing. Essentially, he's sort of a main antagonist for the first bit of the game. He's basically just a general. That's about all I could say for him. He's a bad guy, he's a general, probably a grand hero, battle with a lance.
Yeah, probably. I do have that he comes in with a javelin, but he also comes in with, like, an item called Cancer. Like, it seems like some of the enemies, I think, have, like, items based off of the... what is it called?
They're called star shards. They give you extra stats, more or less. If you hold the item, then it gives you, like... I think that one specifically gives you +1 to defense and maybe strength. I don't recall off the top of my head, but they're pretty cool items.
Okay, so probably in the Fae, those items will either be like a B slot, kind of like Sigurd's Shindig, or they'd be like built into the weapon when he comes in.
That would make sense. It would either be that, or I could potentially see it as him coming with perhaps an upgrade of the, what's it called, like Grani's shield, the one that prevents armor damage from taking place. Basically, so... that with more stats, perhaps. I could see that being the case.
Oh, so kind of like what they did with kind of like how Minerva came in with like the Dragoon shield, where it's like the Feely shield with boosted stats, kind of idea.
Exactly. Yeah, that would probably be the thing.
And because he's an enemy, you can't recruit him. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah. No, he falls in battle against you, pretty much.
Okay. Next up we have 5 points, his brother, so 2.5 points?
2.5 points, yep.
So yeah, we got
2.5 points in the flesh.
Yeah, I literally have written down on my notes, mini Gordon. Because the second I saw him, I'm like, he looks so much like Gordon. Gordon's brother. Yep. That makes so much sense.
They're virtually identical, in terms of unit ability and in terms of appearance. I guess he's all right. Like him compared to Gordon is he has more speed than Gordon, and Gordon has more attack. So maybe he wouldn't get the brave bow treatment like Gordon got.
Okay. Is there anything in particular do people tend to reclass him into anything in particular, or do they just keep him as an archer usually?
People typically bench him. He's
okay.
not very good. Yeah, I guess, well, one thing that you can do with the reclass system, something sort of famous, is reclassing archers into hunters, because they get a little bit more attack and a little bit more movement, and as a result of his higher speed, you could give him more attack as well.
That's not
and
bad.
Then he becomes pretty alright. Like, he's not unusable, but generally speaking, he's, I guess, what you consider an early game est without an incredible payoff.
So, just a bad unit.
Pretty much, yep.
Okay, so next up we got, Healer Marissa.
Healer Marissa, or Marisha as her actual name is.
Yeah.
Pretty much as it says on the tin, she would most likely be a healer. She's the only unit in that game that can use the Hammer'n Staff, which does have 11 uses. But
okay.
I don't know if that would transfer over to Fe in any way. I don't know how they would integrate the Hammer'n Staff, but if they did, it would be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be kind of... I'm not sure if it's even possible, because, like, there's no weapon durability in Fe.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it heals your cooldown on your weapons or something. I don't know. Or on your specials, that
like
is.
reduce your cooldown kind of idea. Like it would be like
like heal you for -1 cooldown or something like that. That could be kind of cool.
That would be wicked, actually. That's actually a good idea. I'm guessing people just keep her as a healer, right?
Yeah, more or less. She's your only healer for some time unless you reclass somebody else, and she does a pretty darn good job of it. She's essentially the best healer until you get a sage or something.
Well, that's pretty good.
And like I said, you know, Hammer'n Staff, can't go wrong with it.
No, and especially if she's like the only one that can actually use it, that's pretty solid.
Definitely.
Okay, next up we got Samuel.
Samuel, right. I know him more as Samto, but I would say his official translation is Samuel for sure.
Yeah, I got it off Faye, so if it's wrong, blame Faye.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's correct. I'm just used to Samto because that's the fan translation. But, so, you know Navarre. You love Navarre. He's just the imposter for Navarre Among Us moment. His character is literally, I am Navarre's imposter. And he rides off of Navarre's fame as a mercenary and tries to get his money that way.
Oh, wow. So he like literally goes around being like, yeah, I'm like Navarre's buddy or something like that, just to make money. Oh, that is so...
He literally says, I am Navarre. he pretends to be Navarre, and people hire him because they're like, oh, Navarre, the Scarlet Swordsman. This guy has all of the skill and the power in the world and stuff, so... Yeah.
That is so funny.
Unfortunately, due to power creep stuff, he's probably going to be much stronger than Navarre. So...
Yeah, and Faye, probably.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a turnaround there.
I see that he comes with he has Aquarius?
Yeah, that's another one of those Star Sphere shards, as Lahn had.
What does that one give?
I don't remember. I think it might give speed and res, but that's just a guess off the top of my head. And I don't know how they would integrate that into him unless they gave it to him like in a PRF weapon or something. Maybe it's called Imposter's Sword, and they give some stats or something.
Oh my god, that has to be a thing. And then like, why can't we like give weapon? That's one thing they should do is like be able to give nicknames to weapons, because I just call them I just be like Among Us.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Just call him Among Us. I would love that.
Or just call his weapon Among Us.
Yeah.
Or just Sus.
Sus. He himself, though, he's not outstanding or anything, so they could do anything.
Okay. Bye-bye, not imposter, Marissa with a staff, and hello to Belf. I couldn't get a full image of Belf, so I'm gonna do like a headshot.
He's a cavalier. He's his story is that he's one of Camus' 3 most trusted men, and I can't remember if it's him or Robert, or I think his name is Raiden in the official translation. I can't remember if it's him or the other one that's really, really good, but there's one of them that's really, really good. Like, one of them that is, essentially, you promote them immediately, and then their growths carry them as if they were a Jagan with fantastic growths.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
he's unremarkable as a character, and as such, I don't think Fe would give him a spectacular treatment, but his stat line shows as potentially something incredible, so...
So he's like Titania that you actually have to promote.
Yeah, I would say so. He joins in the mid-game-ish, the early mid-game, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
So, essentially right at the point you need him most, he's ready to go. And that could reflect in his stats, I guess. He could have high speed and attack, kind of like Ingrid, or maybe he would focus on defense and res. It's hard to say.
That's interesting. So, just to backtrack a little bit, so Samuel comes in as Myrmidon, so he's probably going to be like a red sword infantry, more than likely.
Yeah, almost certainly.
And then Belf comes in with a lance or a sword. So he'd be a lance or sword cap for sure, probably.
Mm-hmm. I would hope they would give him a sword, just because we have a lot of lance caps already.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, we don't have any sword calves, do we? That's weird.
Not really. We have like Kane and stuff, but they're old news by this point.
Oh yeah, we haven't gotten a new one in ages.
Yeah, no. I think the last one was Ares like 2 years ago or something.
That's actually kind of funny.
Yep.
Yeah, so where am I at? So Samuel goes poof. And then we get Yulia.
Yulia, okay. She is the sister to, good old what's his name that I can't remember.
Bellow.
The first guy, Bellow, that's it. Sister to Bellow. By contrast to his personality, she is very, I guess I would say stuck-up princess. Like, she knows her place and she knows how to use her power to get what she wants. But at the same time, she's just a kid. Like, she's 12. She's kind of goofy. She comes with a rescue staff, and since that's already in Fe, maybe she would be the 4-star demote and give us the rescue staff as something we could use for ourselves.
That'd be kind of cool.
Certainly.
Yeah, because I supposed to see healer rescue, so like, yeah, just I'd be curious to see what they end up doing with her. That'd be pretty cool.
Yep. Where Marisha is like your standard healer once you get Yumina. Well, she's called Yumina, but that's in the fan translation. Yulia would be, I guess, a better version of her if you didn't care about the hammer and staff.
Okay. So it depends on if you want to use hammer or not as to which one you want to use.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Or even then, like, you could just deploy the hammer in one for, like, one chapter if you need to repair a weapon or something, and then go back to this one, kind of idea.
Exactly. Yeah, Yulia is more commonly used because I believe she has a higher magic growth, and that translates pretty significantly into stats in that game.
Mm-hmm. Well, we are in the top 3 now, most wanted units from New Mystery that aren't yet in Fae, so let's see who we got. Next up, we have Arlen.
Good old Arlen. He is Merrick's friend and the pupil to Wendell. He would probably be a Thunder Mage. He focuses on Thoron. Thoron is essentially his PRF weapon, although you can trade it to anybody in that game. He's kind of weird. Like, he's really strong, but he would probably be so, like, you know how most red mages have high attack, high res, and then low speed and low defense?
Mm-hmm.
He would probably be that, but a blue mage.
Okay. Which
I don't actually know if that's covered in a stat line in Fe, so that could have interesting effects. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. It says that do you remember which one, like what Ares ends up giving him?
No, I don't. It would probably be like attack and defense, but
okay.
I can't remember. They're really hard to remember.
There's so many.
It's worth noting on them. I guess it's worth noting on them. There are like 12 of those in the game, and in the original, they actually didn't boost your stats; they boosted your growth rates. But they changed that a little bit. But as for him, like, he's cool. He, as I said, probably high attack and res in exchange for low speed and defense.
Yeah, which would be pretty sweet.
Definitely.
In second place, we've got Cecile.
Cecile, everybody's favorite female cavalier.
Yeah, that's kind of rare. We don't have many female calves, do we?
No, not really. You can turn Amelia into one in FE8 if you really want to, but
yeah, there's
essentially she's the first.
There's like Amelia, and then there's like
there's Isadora, but she's a paladin. There's, I guess, Titania, but she's a paladin too.
Leone.
Oh, true, Leone.
And who else am I thinking of? There's one more I think that off the top of my head, but I can't remember right now.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know, but there's not many. That's the point.
Yeah, for sure. And as we were talking about a little bit before recording, there's a weapon called the Lady Sword, which would be the perfect fit for her. The Lady Sword is a weapon that you get sort of in the early game. You get one in the early game, then you get one later, I do believe, and it's an E-rank silver sword that only female units can use. And as she is your only female sword-using unit for some time, unless you reclass like Katria or something, she's gonna have an early game silver sword. It's really cool.
Which is really nice, because, like, is her speed, like, fairly solid?
She's got good speed, middling attack, and then her defenses are, I mean, as good as you're gonna get for a female cavalier, I guess, or for any cavalier in the early game.
Yeah, that's fair. So this female, the gender-locked sword, it provides a lot of might from the sounds of it, so that could actually be used with her speed to deal a good amount of damage.
Definitely. It could pack a real wallop, so to speak.
Depending on which game, she comes with a steel sword and slim lance, or a slim lance and an iron sword. So she could be just like Belf. She could be a sword or lance cav. A female of either or would be a first in Fae. So.
Yeah, it actually would be. Well, I guess Betrayna's a lance cav, but otherwise,
yeah, I suppose so.
Yep. But even so, like, having more female cavaliers is something I'm always down for.
Yeah, it's such a rare, it's such a very minutely tapped system. Like, it would be nice to see.
Yep, certainly.
Okay, so now we're on to the number 1 spot, the most wanted unit, not yet in Fae, Malice, and she looks good.
Gorgeous.
I know nothing about her besides like this picture and the weapon she comes with, and like, dang, she kind of has like a, if you cross like Athena with Petra vibe, like if you merge them into one, which is so cool. She looks so good.
That's the perfect description, really. She's really, really cool, and she's really, really strong. I think what was the weapon that she comes with?
The Lady Blade and the Levin sword.
Yep. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so as we just talked about, the Lady Blade is a really, really good sword, and in New Mystery of the Emblem, the Levin sword is also pretty good. As not many units in that game have any res to speak of. In fact, I think only mages in that game will have even a 1% res growth.
Damn.
Yeah, most units have a 0% flat out. So the Levin sword will do some good damage. She could very well come with that or the Lady Sword, either one. I feel like it would probably be more fitting to her than Cecile, but whichever gets in first, I guess they'll probably have it.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you said you get one early game, and then, like, I don't think you get a Malice until later on. So, like,
yeah,
the fact that mid-game. So the fact that she comes with one later on is, like, if you end up running out of the first one, you get a second one for free.
Absolutely.
Which is so good. And like, Levin Sword and Fae.
Oh yeah, Levin Sword and Fae would be really cool.
I
expected it to come on Robin first, but we didn't quite get that.
Like Legendary Robin, that'd be good.
Oh yeah, probably.
But like, Levin Sword and Fae would probably be like one... It would probably be... How do I want to put this? It'd be probably like... built-in distant counter, and based off of like the enemy's res instead of defense kind of idea. It's kind of like what dragons do.
Certainly, that'd be really cool.
Is what I'm thinking.
And I think it would fit her very well. She's a character that she can take your weaknesses into account and exploit them to her best ability. So she would make great use of it. That or the Lady Blade. I feel like it's going to be the Lady Blade though, just because it fits her. She's a very fine lady, and she has that very powerful sword to crack down on people with.
Oh yeah, and I just love her design. She looks so good. Oh
yeah, she's gorgeous. Best girl in Arcanea. Don't fight me in the comments over it, but best girl in Arcanea.
Yeah, so that's all we got for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Boy, am I tired. It's been a long day. And yeah, Epholo's channel link is going to be in the description below as well, so definitely check him out. He's got some awesome stuff. He's doing... Which stream are you doing right now?
I'm doing currently a very, very difficult run of Fire Emblem 7. It's been an incredible blast to play, so if you want to hop by, I'd be glad to have you.
Yeah, and definitely subscribe to him too. He's an awesome guy. You'll enjoy his stuff, and yeah, that's all we got for today. I might not have Epholo on in this series for a little while. We'll have to discuss about what other games I can have him on for. And yeah.
Always glad to be here.
Yes. And I feel as though if I did a Shadow Dragon / New Mystery Let's Play, I should have you on.
I would love to be there. That'd be incredible.
Especially for my like meme unit for New Mystery. That'd be fun to do. Just use like the worst possible units, put them in the worst possible classes for them, and see how they do.
Oh yeah, that'd be fantastic. I would love to be there for that.
Well, there you go. He might come back. He'll be back in the future for sure.
There we go.
Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. See ya.
Later.